Welcome to Money Matters, the weekly currency roundup podcast brought to you by IsraTransfer. Whether you're a seasoned investor, an expat managing your finances, or just curious about the world of currency exchange, you're in the right place. Each week, IsraTransfer's co-founder and head of trading, Daniel Engelsman, will inform us of the latest trends, insights, and market movements that could impact your money. From currency fluctuations to economic news, we're here to equip you with everything you need to navigate the ever-changing landscape of foreign exchange. So let's dive into this week's roundup. Daniel, what's the latest update on the exchange rate?
Welcome to another weekly analysis of the Israeli shekel. Bit of a strange week, yes, again, for the exchange rates and, well, in the world generally. We've been speaking about the political factors that affect the exchange rates, and this week, again, was not much different. What's happening in India and Pakistan is taking a little bit of focus away from the conflict in Gaza, but as at the time of recording, looks like there's going to be a peace or an agreement of a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, but it does increase, the effects on the dollar globally, things like that. Also with Russia and Ukraine, at the time of recording this, it looks like they're going to enter into some kind of talks relating to peace, which seems a little bit more hopeful. So the dollar, just against most major currencies, has weakened, and against the shekel, it's really not much of a difference. We started last week at 3.6260. That was the high, and it's come down to a low of 3.5521 at the moment. A lot is based around all these global tariffs that President Trump is imposing, so that has weakened the dollar. The shekel has strengthened as well on the back of the fact that it looks like interest rates are going to remain where they are. There's large pressure on other countries to lower their interest rates. So when Israeli interest rates stay high, it makes the shekel a stronger currency.
And what about the British pound and euro?
The UK actually last week cut interest rates, and that can be one of the reasons that we've seen pound fall from 4.8455 to a low of 4.7258, which is a 2.5% difference over the course of a week. The theme continues with Canadian dollar and euro. Canadian dollar's gone from 2.6272 to 2.5386, and the euro's gone from 4.11 to 3.985. So it really does show shekel strength across the board. Doesn't all make sense to me, to be honest. We saw last week a missile that came through our defences and landed near Ben Gurion Airport, which has meant that a lot of airlines have cancelled flights to and from Israel. That's really not good for our economy, in my opinion, although very good for the share price of Al Al. We also seen this week a retaliation in Yemen, with us hitting their airport there. So war is still firmly on the forefront of everyone's mind, yet the shekel has been strengthening against all major currencies. The S&P has kept the credit rating of Israel where it is, which isn't AAA. And again, it's a surprise to me that the shekel has strengthened so much.
And finally, any advice for those looking to exchange funds over the coming weeks?
In terms of a little bit of tidbit of information for anyone looking to transfer money to or from Israel this week, I just want to touch on the fact that banks in the United States or the UK, that are, for example, Mizrahi, Leumi discount in a foreign country is not the same banking institute as the ones that you see here. So just by opening a bank account, for example, in Bank Leumi in the United States, does not make it necessarily any easier for you to transfer money over to Bank Leumi in Israel. Still have to go through the same compliance, same kind of transfers, still cost you money to transfer. Just because it's got the same name doesn't mean it's going to be any easier for you. I hope that helps, and I look forward to speaking to you all next week.
And that wraps up this week's Currency Weekly Roundup. We hope you found this episode informative and engaging. If you enjoyed today's discussion, be sure to subscribe and let us know if you have any questions you'd like Daniel to answer. For more information on currency exchange and to stay updated with the latest trends, visit us at IsraTransfer.com. Join us next week for more insights and analysis. Until then, stay informed and take care. Disclaimer. This podcast provides general information about currency exchange and buying or selling currency. It does not constitute legal, financial, or investment advice. Listeners should make independent decisions and seek professional guidance. The company is not liable for any actions taken based on this content.